Hello everyone, it is Marc Berman from TV Media Insights. It is Wednesday, December 19th. I would like to welcome you back to our daily videocast. And I am going to begin today with an item on Rosie O'Donnell. There are published reports that Rosie could be replacing Sharon Osbourne on America's Got Talent on NBC next summer. Howard Stern, who is returning, apparently is very interested in having Rosie sit next to him at the judging table. Now, to be honest, I'm on the fence with this. On the positive side, Rosie is not shy. Rosie is controversial. Rosie, I am sure, will do something to piss off somebody that's going to make the news, which is good for the ratings for any reality show. On the flip side, just last year, Rosie hosted The Rosie Show on OWN. This was supposed to be her big return to television. It was supposed to be OWN's big new programming gun. It was one of the biggest flops in the history of television. So I am on the fence, but I'd love to know what you think. If you want to chime in, go to our Facebook page, TV Media Insights. Now let's head to ABC in daytime. I would like you to be cautiously optimistic about this. But conversations have begun again to bring back canceled soaps All My Children and One Life to Live from the Dead. Now when they were canceled, producer Prospect Park immediately said it wanted to continue the two online. And then, unfortunately, the cost was too expensive, so it said it would only do One Life to Live. Well, that never happened. Well, suddenly, a year later, conversations have begun again, and reported news is saying that this could begin as early as next month, which I think is highly unlikely. They've got to get the contracts done. They've got to get the sets redone. But there is conversations again that All My Children and One Life to Live could live on, so stay tuned. I'll keep you updated on that. Now, in terms of the weekly ratings in primetime for the most current week, the week of December 10th, it was a clean sweep for CBS. They were first in total viewers and the key demographics. It ended NBC's winning streak among adults 18 to 49. And keep in mind, now that The Voice ended for the season last night, NBC, effective next week, will no longer be the top-rated network among adults 18 to 49. That's very unlikely. Once American Idol comes back, Fox could be #1 again. We'll see what happens. On today's newsletter, I have rating highlights for you for two cable networks, Lifetime and the Hallmark Channel. They both sent me some highlights, which I published. My only complaint about the Hallmark Channel, I watch them religiously. You know, they preempt their regularly scheduled programming outside of daytime for the month of December and part of November for their holiday-themed movies, which do very well for them. But I want my Waltons, I want my I Love Lucy, I want my Little House on the Prairie. I can't help it, I am a fan of classic television. Speaking of classic television, the original Match Game will be featured in an 8-hour marathon on Christmas Day on GSN, beginning at 8 o'clock in the morning with the original pilot of the Match Game, which aired on December 31st, 1962, which means that the Match Game is turning 50 years old. Incredible. Coming up on the air tonight, we have a special on ABC, a 90-minute special edition of 2020. The Year with Katie Couric. Katie will take you through the highs and the lows of 2012. And since no daily podcast, newscast, whatever you want to call this, is complete without an item in TV history, well, let me give you two. On this day in 1971 on CBS was the premiere of original made-for movie, The Homecoming, A Christmas Story, which introduced us to the TV clan called Walton. Patricia Neal was the mother. Michael Lerner took over the role when it began as a series, but this introduced us to the Waltons. The Waltons launched the following fall, stayed on the air for 9 years and 221 episodes, and to date, there have been 6 reunion movies. And finally, today in 1997 was the 100th episode of ABC TGIF sitcom Boy Meets World, which will be revived as Girl Meets World on the Disney Channel in 2013. And that is our daily videocast from TV Media Insights on this 19th day of December. I hope everybody has a great day, and I will be back with more news about my favorite medium, television, tomorrow. Signing off, Marc Berman.